I got 5 on it. Say it with me, y'all. Come on, let's sing the tune real quick. I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Yeah, the homie JD5 is coming back this week, and he's going back to LA. We got some of our guys coming back, what it looks like. And I mean, we just need to get to talking about how the team's going to look on Sunday, man. So let's just get straight to it.
What's up, man? Check out Off the Bench anytime you get a chance.
Hey, Off the Bench, it's 89. Check it out.
What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herbie, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So please, before we get any further, go ahead and hit that like. Make sure you comment in the comment section. Tap that bell to get your notifications because you gotta subscribe. So, guys, man, oh man, and we even got comments in the comment section already. So, okay, well. David Sanchez says, what up, bro? Shout out from LA. Have a good feeling Bill will get 2 touchdowns this weekend. Man, look here. I feel a little bit confident. I was a little pissed off about what happened last last Sunday. Because like I said, like you guys seen in the video, I was in Atlanta when all of that shit went down. Just to reiterate, I had the time of my damn life when I was out there in Atlanta, man. The place is beautiful. They got so much stuff going around. Everything's within walking distance in the city. You got the College Football Hall of Fame, Coca-Cola Museum, MLK. If you want to go and see the Hawks, they right next to the Falcons. Excuse me. Everything is in walking distance. Chicken wings is always fire. It's so many things to do down there. And if you're an adult, Magic City is literally right across the street from the arenas. So, but all jokes aside, it's a great experience just going down to Atlanta. I just wish the whole entire winning experience would have been a little bit better because I'm sitting there talking all this shit to fans and everything, and then they looking at me laughing. So yeah, but enough of what happened last week. We here to talk about the Chargers. So let's start off by saying this. They are 3-1 coming off a loss against the Giants. Currently, like I said, they got their first loss of the year against the Giants. But they're missing both of their offensive tackles. And JD5 is making his appearance over the last 2 weeks. He hasn't been in the game, so he's back healthy, got a clean bill of health. And it looks like he's going to be playing against the LA Chargers. I have to make sure I say that right because I'm old enough to remember the San Diego Chargers. So yeah, it's really good to see that JD5 is coming back. We need that breath of fresh air to come back in to go ahead and show everybody that we are actually just still capable of winning things. You have to look at it from the standpoint of this. Yes, we're 2-2, but it could be worse. The sky is not falling. We are going to be okay. Also, hold on a sec. David Sanchez has another comment. JD got to be a Superman of this team, or else early mock drafts and back to the being mid. I agree. I couldn't agree more. I just think that we need to get back to showing people who we are. We need to find our identity. We need to get back to being aggressive. We need to go ahead and show these people that we are not to be played with. We have to be on the same page when it comes to defense. We have to be on the same page when it comes to offense. Special teams, I can't even, other than Matt Gay. And Matt Gay had a really good game last week, nailing 4 for 4. Everything has got to come together We got to go ahead and be better as far as just on offense. Now, yeah, we put up 27 points, but there were some plays where we just wasn't on the same page. There was sometimes where players was playing tentative. Prime example, Marcus Mariota. I think he did a fabulous job coming in as a backup and making sure he could take the team to a higher level. They did score 27 points. They had plenty of times where he could have just been like, you know what, F it. I'm going to go and scramble up the middle and get a couple yards here and there. And instead of working with 3 and 9, instead of working with 3 and 2, 3 and 1, you're working at 3 and 9. And you got to go ahead and try to make a big play every single time. Offense needs to go ahead and do better as far as wait, hold on a second. I'm sitting there talking about keys to victory. Like, I can't just tell you what the keys to victory is. So, but like I said before, as far as the Chargers are coming off from a 3-1 record, currently took their last week took their first L against the Giants. They have both of their offensive tackles out for this weekend, and JD5 is making his triumphant return. So let's get into keys to the victory this week. We have to stop playing hero ball on defense, and we have to stay in our lane and do our job. Coach Witt just came over and just said the other day that there was a lot of times during looking at the film from last week that we had a lot of guys look like they were out of position, and mainly because they're not worried about their own position and doing their job on their assignment. So that, of course, that looks like people are out of place. Of course, that looks like people are looking bad at doing their job. There was plenty of times where you had I keep forgetting who exactly it was, but it was one was doing an outpost and the other one was on the hitch route, and the safety in the corner went on the person on the hitch route, which led to having the person on the outside post wide open. If I get a chance, I'll try to post it on my on social media so we can go ahead and look at it again. But yeah, it's definitely something that we need to be able to go ahead and have our people do what we're supposed to do in their assignments. If you are not sticking to your assignments, then you are not going to flourish in this league. We're going to be the same defense that has been terrible over the years and years and years. Now, granted, there are some plays that you question Coach Witt on, like why isn't what's the name? Why isn't McGee in the game and didn't play at all last week? He's supposed to be this guy that you can eat that is supposed to eat in coverage. Bobby Wagner looks like he's out of place sometimes when he's going up against some of these running backs and receivers and stuff like that. Why or tight ends? We need to go ahead and find somebody who can go ahead and cover. I think he's great against the run. I think he's great against going ahead and short routes and everything like that, little hitches and crossing routes or anything like that. But let's keep it a buck. Like, we need to get some of these younger players in here. You need to get them some of the younger linebackers in here to go ahead, like McGee, Madrano, to go ahead. You drafted these guys for a reason. So we need to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get them in the game, try to do a little bit better as far as trying to get us to be on the same page and just to be able to look more clean and crisp on defense. Another thing to go ahead and look at, we need to run the ball more and more and more and more and more. I personally would like to see Bill get the rock more than just 7 times, more than just 10 times. I want to see 15 to 17 times. Get him the rock. I mean, this kid has been averaging at least about 6 or 7 yards a carry. Why aren't we putting the ball more in his hands? Now, don't get me wrong. I think Rodriguez has been doing a really good job over the last few weeks. I think with the unfortunate injury of Austin Eckler, he's come in the game and he's done a lot, but he's done really well. He's been very persistent. He's been very he's got a couple burst plays there. He's been doing a very good job. I commend him on that. But I'm also looking at it from the standpoint of this. Bill is the more dynamic receiver. We need to go ahead and make sure that he is in there doing the best that he can to go ahead and get more yards here and there. I mean, come on. We gotta be we see something good, yet we don't want to use it. We don't like good things over here in Washington. For the life of me, I don't understand it. And I mean, just to step away from this for a second, we got two really good running backs, but we got one that's getting like popping off 6 or 7 yards a carry. Why aren't we giving him the ball more? If they can't stop it, keep on giving him the rock. We got another even on defense where it's like, dude, we got guys who can't cover on what's the name, motions. Put somebody else in there. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a football aficionado or anything like that. I know the game way better than anybody, but damn it, I know what my eyes see, and I ain't got the greatest eyes in the world. Matter of fact, I got contacts in. But I mean, I know what I saw, and it should just they need to do better as far as just like, hey, we see what we got here. So let's get our shit together and just get back to balling the way that we should be. Even looking at as far as like the with Jaden being here's the next one. With Jaden back, I think that you have a situation where we can start winning time of possession. Time of possession, we have not been winning as of late. And one thing I do remember from last year, and I don't want to try to keep bringing up last year, but last year when JD5 was not on defense at all. But if you look at it, he basically helped the defense out so much that he was staying on the field so long. Time of possession, tick, 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 tick. And then it gets your defense resting. So the offense can't score. That's helping the defense out. Yes, he's so much of a false multiplier that he like, look, I'm gonna make sure that my guys on offense are gonna make sure that they get their stuff together. But I'm also gonna make sure that you guys on defense rest. And there's no way that the other team can score if I'm on the field continuously every single time. We got comments in Dave Sanchez. Shout out to him. He has been on one in the comments today. I believe with these past two games, Mariota didn't talk to Cliff like JD does when he plays. I somewhat agree with you on that because I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. Like I said, we all know that Mariota is definitely not the athlete that JD5 is. But let's not fool ourselves. Mariota can roll if he needs to. I mean, we don't want him to roll like he did against the Raiders, where he went ahead and tried to make that huge juke and then fumble the ball. But at the same time, let's keep it a buck. He could scramble here and there. He had a huge scramble, I think, of like 20-something yards the last game. He left plenty of meat on the bone when it came time for him to go ahead and scramble a few times. He could have done that. And I think, and I don't know if, I'm pretty sure that as NFL coaches, they go ahead and have that conversation with their players. But it's different when you got JD and you got Mariota. Mariota did a wonderful job as a backup. Let's not fool ourselves. He's only supposed to be in here for a couple plays here or a couple games here and there, and then let JD come back. But at the same time, you put up 27 points. The following week, the week before, you put up 40. So, I mean, I don't know what else you got to do in order to go ahead and show that you're that good of a quarterback. I just think that as far as the whole entire situation is concerned, he played like tentative. And I think with JD coming back, we don't have to worry about that. Even as far as getting back to what I was saying, as far as with the whole entire the keys to victory, he has it to where he could be that force multiplier, making sure that he's staying on that field. He can go ahead and scramble a little bit more. Yes, it's going to bump up our yards in the rushing department, which we're number 2 at currently. But at the same time, look, if we can do design runs, if we can go ahead and have running backs do this, Debo do end arounds and all that other stuff, then I like our chances. I still like to feel like we need to run the rock continuously. And that and just like this is our identity. We need to make and give ourselves an identity. We need to be what's the name? We need to be aggressive. We need to go ahead and do it and show people who the fuck we really are. I don't think that we've shown people who we are over the last 2-3 weeks. Really, let's keep it a buck. The whole season. Because, I mean, the Giants game, even though, yes, we did win, we put belt the ass, but we didn't do what we should have done. We should have put up like, at least about 35 points on them, and we didn't. We only put up 21. So I do believe that we need to show people who exactly we are, as the Commanders were last year when they were very aggressive, going on fourth down, making sure that you had that fear in your heart. I just feel like we have not went ahead and done exactly that. Like dictate the game. We need to dictate instead of just. It looks like we're playing not to lose. You got to play to win. D. Sanchez, what is your take on who will play better? Oh, Jesus Christ! I hope Lattimore plays better. St. Juice ain't with us no more. I don't get it. Once you're released, I mean, don't get me wrong. Unless I've been following you for years, I don't care about you. I hope Lattimore is doing better. Lattimore should be doing better. Lattimore should be the better option. But, I mean, he's been playing like St. Juice last year. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you as far as my man. Look, you need to go ahead and when you getting comparisons to Benjamin St. Juice and you're a 2-3 year Pro Bowl, 2-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All Pro corner, dude, that's not good. So you need to go ahead and do better with that, bro. Also, another key to victory: hit the goddamn quarterback. Even if you don't get a sack, put the hurt on him. Go ahead and hit him every single play. If Justin Herbert is sitting there with twinkle toes, and just happy feet, and oh my God, I got to worry about this. Then we're doing our job. This is going to be the best situation that we are going to have as a defensive lineman, and we went up against the Giants' offensive line. This is going to be the best situation for us to go ahead and hit the quarterback, put a hurting on him, make sure you bring him down continuously. And here's the thing: you have to lay the wood. Pause. You have to lay the wood on him and really hit him hard every single time. Even if you don't get sacks, hit the guy every single play. Because by this time he's sitting there looking over his shoulder and he's not focused down on the field. You have to get to the quarterback every single time. If you gotta just on his arm or whatever, every single play, I don't care. Make sure you hit him in some way, shape, or form or fashion. You have to get to him because there's no way in hell that you got both of your offensive tackles out and we're not going ahead and getting this shit done. I just feel like that really should have been the first key to victory because Justin Herbert is the best player on that team. And he's shown plenty of times throughout the year how he is a potential MVP candidate. And that's weird for me to say because I definitely didn't believe in him. But yeah, another one. Force more turnovers. Yes, we're being greedy with turnovers. Yes, we need to go ahead and like good things. So if they're fumbling, get the goddamn ball. Jump a route. I haven't seen a safety jump a route in a few years. I'm trying to really genuinely remember the last time I've seen a safety jump a route. Last time I seen a cornerback jump a route was, let me see, Trey Amos, week 1 against the Giants. I'm sorry, no, not the Giants. Against it was week 3 against the Raiders. He almost got the interception. We need more people to go out there and start trying to get the interceptions and start forcing shit like that. Go ahead and tip drills. I mean, if you tip the ball in the air, somebody come around that's in the vicinity and try to pick the ball off. We need to go ahead and start. If you're gonna try to rip the ball out like you did and failed against Bijan Robinson last week, as he pirouetted in the end zone, gang tackle, then try to rip the ball out. I mean, come on, like we need to just get back to the basics as far as just, hey guys, we need to try to force more turnovers, because if you do that and you have JD5 behind the center, I love our chances as far as going in and getting more points. We're not going to walk away with 3 points. We're going to walk away with 6. That's just my thoughts on that as well. And last but not least, special teams, who has been phenomenal so far this year. Debo, whenever he gets back on kickoff returns, he looked like he's about to take one to the house. What's his name? Jalen Lane took one to the house the week before last. Luke McCaffrey had 199 yards on kickoff returns last week, and he looked like he was about to break a few last week too. I want to see more people out there on what's his name? I want to see them continue the success that they've had on these kickoff returns. Kickoff coverage has been doing better since week 1, because there was a few times where they was about to break off a few of them, and we have done better on kickoff coverage. We have done better on punt return coverage. So I have to commend them on that. Now, one thing that I do want to say is this: Matt Gay had a phenomenal week last week, going 4 for 4. I don't know if it's the fact that he's in the dome and he just feels better in there. I don't know, but I need that same energy. Because don't get me sitting there looking at it from the standpoint. And I got to keep it a buck for a second. Ever since what's his name, the Raiders game, he missed that first. I think he missed that first one, and then he has not missed ever since. So I need you to continue on what you're doing, sir. I think what you've been doing is very, very great over the last 2 weeks. I need you to continue, bro. I need to go ahead and make sure that when you step on the field, I'm not worried at all. You got this. That's where I want to be at. But before we go any further, guys, please be sure to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more shows to let you know when the next time I'm coming up on here. And yes, let's get down to the next topic, our X Factor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just we ain't even gonna sit there and act like we ain't really hyped about this. JD5's coming back home. JD5 is coming back to LA, and his place was the IE. So it's good to see that he's coming back. I am anxious to see what he's going to be back to, because I know after that Green Bay game, he was pissed. The one thing that I think about is the whole entire situation where last year when that Baltimore game, you seen him sitting there just looking pissed off, like somebody finna catch these hands next week. And I'm hoping that it's the LA Chargers. You're back home. You got all your family, your friends, the girls you was hollering at in high school and all that other stuff coming out there. Everybody's coming out there. And let's keep it a buck. The Chargers really ain't got no fan base out there like we do, or like everybody else. LA is one of those towns where it's just like, hey, it's a party vibe. It's a great place to go and visit. But sports-wise, they are not the best out there as great sports fans, unless they're the Lakers. Lakers will go ahead and have everybody in attendance, not just stars, but actually like great fans of the team. You really ain't gotten like LA really ain't rooting for the Chargers like that. LA is barely rooting for the Rams like that. Let's keep it a buck. JD needs to go out there and show the league exactly who the hell he is. Let's just keep it a being right this second, because we sat in here telling the whole entire world about how great JD5 was last year. He's going to go and have an MVP candidacy this year. He needs to go. He's going to be lighting up the whole entire league. He ain't been playing the last few weeks, guys, due to injury. But even in that last game against the Packers, that left a sour taste in his mouth. And pause. I know that he really didn't like it. And at this point, he needs to show the world why the hell he's mad. Go out there and show people who the hell you are. You are JD motherfucking 5. You need to show the people exactly who you are. You are a dynamic quarterback. You are the future. You are the standard. You are that guy. You need to show the world exactly who the fuck you are, bro. And I mean, seriously, if there was a way that you guys could fly me out there, I'd definitely be a hype man this weekend. I mean, especially because it's my birthday week. My birthday tomorrow too. So I mean, hey, what's good? So, but no, like all jokes aside, I really think that he needs to show the world exactly who the old JD5 is, especially going after for those of y'all who really watch college football, you remember the Oregon and Arizona State game between him and Herbert going back and forth. If I'm not mistaken, I think JD was a freshman that year going up against what's the name? Going up against a Oregon Ducks led by Justin Herbert, who was just phenomenal those years. I mean, he was a Heisman candidate. J Mark says, thoughts on JWJ comments blaming the players and not the scheme. Wait, what? I ain't hear about that. JWJ, yeah, I'm a little dumb right now. JWJ, I'm getting old. So, fill me in on that one. I don't know anything about that, Jay. Send me a link or something because I definitely ain't know anything about that. That's crazy. So, but just getting back to the whole entire situation where with Jayden, he should be showing out this week, and I feel confident. I'm definitely going to go ahead and check the press conference out on that one, Jay. So, Jay Witt. I did see that. I addressed that before. I'm sorry. Now it's coming back to me. Witt. I did address that earlier as far as him saying that some of the players did. After I did look back at the all 22, I did see a couple players out of position, but I also did see that, like, dude, why the hell are you calling this? The personnel, why is the personnel in there is definitely one of the things I was saying. I think it's 50-50. The blame just doesn't go on on the players all the time. I do blame some of the players for being in the wrong position, where it's like, hey, you're supposed to be you're supposed to be up here, and yet you're leaving your assignment to go ahead and be in an area where you're not supposed to be. But also, I need you to go ahead and put better personnel on the field. Why the hell isn't McGee? You were sitting there clamoring about McGee all year. Why isn't he out in the game this week? He didn't even play last week. And that's crazy work. I understand that we got a future Hall of Famer there. Why the hell is I'm just thinking of another player, Von Miller in the backfield. Couldn't wrap up. At some point, the motherfucker's getting old. We need to go ahead and find somebody else to put in there to go ahead that can go ahead and make a tackle. Tackling was ass, doo-doo, shit butter, trash juice, whatever adjective you want or verb you want to use to go ahead and describe this defense, you can go ahead and say that. That's exactly how we played last week. And it's 50-50. Just like J Mar said, exactly 50-50. He didn't take any responsibility of any of his play calls. Yes, I definitely agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, you both need to. You need to go ahead and you want to go ahead and have us not talking about this. Make sure the pass rushers get to the quarterback. That's another X factor. One person, and I'll even go as far as to this: players to watch. My first one, Dorance Armstrong. Dorance Armstrong needs to get to the quarterback. He is leading the team in sacks. He needs to get both of their offensive tackles. Like I said earlier in the show, they're out this weekend. So there should be no reason why you're not getting to the quarterback. If I'm not mistaken, Justin Herbert got sacked 6 to 7 times last week. 6-7. Now, granted, it was against a very good New York Giants pass rush, but at the same time, get to the motherfucking quarterback, hit him, abuse him, have him call the cops on, not the refs, have him call the cops on you. Because if he's saying like, yo, I got assaulted out there, that's the type of defense that I want to see this weekend. I need to see people just hit him up because out there. That's the type of defense I need to see. Another person to watch, Luke McCaffrey. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has been dealing with so much scrutiny over the last year and a half, year and a quarter, to be exact. He's been called a Nepo baby. He's been called, what's the name? Wes Welker. He won't do it like Welker or whatever. I mean, he's been called every single joke or whatever you want to call it. And the man has showed up the last 2 weeks. He's shown up as a kickoff returner last year, and we just never want to address it. He did show up a few times. And this year, he showed everybody off. He showed off the whole entire time. Debo, yes, has been playing the first couple weeks. And with Terry in there, he's been back on. He was on special teams, but with Terry out, he's not going to be doing any more kickoffs like that. And we got to give a shout out to Luke McCaffrey for that, because he's actually been balling 199 yards last week on kickoff returns, and almost took it to the house like on numerous occasions. And I mean, and he got a big boy touchdown in the back of the end zone. Credit to the man. The week before last, when he went up against the Raiders, he got a garbage touchdown. But at the same time, that got his confidence rolling. Then he came over there and got another touchdown last week. And then he put on a show on kickoff returns. So Luke McCaffrey, I need JD to go ahead and look at him, because he's like, hey, look, I've been in there all last year. I've been open. You ain't looking at me. Hey, Jay, you got to look at him now. He's been wide open on a few passes. We got to go. If he's open, look over there. I mean, if it's one thing if he's like the third or fourth option or whatever, I get that. But at the same time, look, he's open. You got to go ahead and look at him somewhere. I mean, he's got eyes on him now. So we got to go ahead and address that. Another person to watch off for this week and final, I got to give it to Matt Gay. Yeah, I know, the kicker. The kicker has been really on point since the Raiders game, where he missed the first one and nailed every single kick afterwards. He went, if I'm not mistaken, against the Raiders, he went 1 for 3. I'm sorry, he went 2 for 3. And then last week, he went 4 for 4. So he's been, ever since that last kick where he got that out of the system and where he missed, he's been accurate ever since. His last 6 kicks has been made. Not just 49 yards. I think he had 154-yard kick. So, I mean, and apparently we're going to be playing in another dome. So, and if he's a dome kicker, then, hey, fine. I'll take whatever it is that you got. But we need to go ahead and address this. He needs to keep being the same good kicker. Even as far as, what's the name, on his kickoff returns. His kickoffs. He's been making sure that they've been in the kicking zone. He is not in last game. He's done pretty well. So we need to stay on task and make sure that he's getting the same exact work in that he was doing before. That is those are my X factors and players to watch this week. And like I said earlier, while you're in here, be sure to hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for the notifications as well. Tell me and let me go ahead and give a shout out to Dave Sanchez and J Mark for being in the comment section today, just telling us a little bit about their thoughts and everything. So we got to give them credit when credit's due. And one thing that we do need to address is the injuries. So Just going to look at this injury list, it looks troubling, to say the least. Dorrance Armstrong, he had an illness. He's going to be playing. Nick Bellore, he took a rest day. He'll be playing. Noah Brown, I think he's still out. I mean, my thing is this. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. There's 3 things guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and Noah Brown injuries. Alikeo had a concussion, but it doesn't. They said that they haven't ruled him out yet. Zach Ertz, he had a rest day. He always has a rest day, and look for him, JD5. He's going to be showing off. So he's going to show out with JD5 back in the mix. We already know Terry's going to be out with the quad injury, so he's still out. Von Miller had a rest day. Mikey Sanders still had a knee situation, but it's looking like he's probably going to be playing this weekend. Debo Samuel, because us black people love the S's on it at the end of names. He had a heel injury, came as a surprise, but I don't think it's going to be anything serious. I think he's going to be playing. Laramie Tunzel had a rest day. Percy Butler. I said Percy Miller. Master P. Percy Butler had a hip injury. He was limited earlier this week. I think he will be playing this week. And John Bates looks like he practiced pretty much the majority of the week. So I'm looking forward to seeing him if he can make it out there on Sunday. They have not ruled. I don't think they ruled him out yet, if I'm not mistaken. If they did, please put it in the comment section. Sam Cosmi, with his knee situation, we got to give this guy credit to when credit is due, because my man has definitely went out there, tore his ACL in January, not early January, late January, and still found a way to get back on the practice field by September. We have to give credit to when credit's due. This man has busted his ass to try to get to a point where he can get back and play. Even to the point to where he might be making an appearance. I'd say, because they opened up the 21-day situation for him to play the other day. So he has 21 days to make an appearance and play. If he doesn't play, then he's going to be benched for the rest of the season. J-Mar said, crazy, we had both Samuel, Curtis, and now Dio. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm at a point right now where it's just like, man, like, hey, I hope this injury really ain't that bad. Yeah. Oh, man. I think Debo's going to be playing this week, though. But shout out to Sam Cosmi. And, of course, JD5's playing this Sunday. I need him to show out, not only just for us as a Commanders fan. I need him to show up from Fantasy League, because I am dying out here. But getting back to the injury front, on the Los Angeles Chargers, Keenan Allen, rest day. He's getting up there, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Alt, the star left tackle, he's not going to be playing. He's out. Darius Davis has a knee. Said earlier this week he did not play. Mekhi Becton, who had a concussion, his status is still up in the air. We don't know yet. And if he's not in, that bodes well for us. That's even more of a reason for us to go ahead and dominate the line of scrimmage. Tight end Will Dissly, knee. He was limited earlier this week. Derwin James had a glute injury. This man injured his ass. But yeah, he had a glute injury. I think he's gonna play. Tarheeb still had an ankle injury, the cornerback. And Andrew James had a neck injury. But he was a full participant earlier this week, so I think he's gonna play. Yeah, so that's my take on the injuries. I think everything's gonna be. I think this is a winnable game. I think that we have a chance to go in there and get our victory this weekend. I think that we can catch them sleeping on us because a lot of these if they slept on the Giants, I think that we are going to be just fine. I really feel confident with JD5 coming back in, and even to go ahead and say this for my pick for this week, I'm gonna go in a hard fought game this week. I truly believe that the Commanders will squeak out a W for my birthday and get the win 30-27 in LA as JD5 makes his triumphant return back to his home state and get the dub. 30-27 Commanders. That's my take on it. I think that's how we're going to get this dub this weekend. And yeah, guys, we're coming to the end of this. I want to thank everybody who was in the comment section today. Shout out to Dave Sanchez, Jay Mart, just for you guys being in there, just giving me something extra to talk about for the whole entire show. Dave, I need you to go ahead and tell people as far as like, hey, we got to go ahead and show these people how we do it on how good we are on the East and show them on the West Coast. Jay Mart says, I'm worried that JD will be limited with a brace. Like you said earlier, we need him to show the league exactly who he is. Yeah. My thing is this. I think the brace is more so of a precaution. I don't think that it's going to be like, I don't think this isn't an RG3 situation. See, here's the thing. We have to realize that RG3 situation put us in a tizzy in 2020 and 2012. We definitely had a whole entire PTSD from that. But the one thing that you have to give credit to this coaching staff is, in this front office, they're not scared to tell Jaden no. And I love that. Not saying that don't get the players any say so or anything like that. But no, I need you to protect them from themselves. JD went on the camera and said that he wanted to play. If it was up to him, he would have played against the Raiders and the Falcons. No, sit your ass down. We do not need you to play. Mariota is a capable backup, but it's not like we got Taylor Heineke out here, guys. We will be just fine. So we have a competent GM who knows how to put people in place. We got a very good coaching staff out here. They just need to do a little bit better. We should have won last week. And contrary to what people believe, as far as when they look at that final score last week, where we was only down by one possession, that game was over. It was already over, and we need to do better. I truly believe that we're going to be just fine this week. We have to get back on a great mindset. I think as far as the whole entire situation, where it comes down to going ahead and telling people about it with like Jay Mart said about the brace, I think he's going to be just fine. It's a precaution situation because the doctors with this team are a lot better than the ones we had before. You look at situation. I'm gonna keep on saying this over and over. Zach Ertz was pretty much dead in the water before he came here. He played 20 games last year. He still is playing this year. He's been effective this year. And this training staff has been remarkable with making sure that players are healthy, making sure that players will go ahead and, perform. So I think that he's going to be just fine. I truly believe that. I think the brace is just a cautionary point at this point. But guys, for everybody who left a comment in the comment section, I appreciate you. Love you. Make sure that you go ahead, hit that like, that comment, that subscribe button, hit the bell notifications for more content that's going to be coming on the way. And be sure to share it to every single person out there. help me grow so we can do more. Y'all already know the saying. But guys, it's been fun. Tomorrow is my birthday. I'm planning to go out with some friends and family, go and enjoy that. My parents are in town, so I'm going to hopefully see them sometime this weekend. But most importantly, I want to see us get this dub on Sunday. So as we do every single time, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.